Hello and welcome back to my channel. We are doing a little speed build today. This is going to be a tiny home. Yes, I believe it will stay within the limits for a tiny home. I have done a few of these, sort of practiced a little bit, and I love it. So this is my first real attempt at actually doing a speed build, so I'm sorry if it's a little weird. Cutting these and editing them is very difficult, but I love it. I really liked how this turned out. I was very, very inspired by actually, I guess, another YouTube channel. It was, I forget what it's called, Living Big in a Tiny House, I believe. And it's so good. It's basically like a program where a guy goes around and checks out tiny homes all over, well, the world, more or less. And it's so inspiring to see the way that people are choosing to build their tiny homes. And this one, while obviously not being the tiniest of tiny homes, it's really, really good. I think it was so beautifully done. And also, one thing that I've noticed is that pretty much all tiny homes have this very outdoorsy element to them because there's not a lot of space inside. So obviously it makes sense to sort of expand your space to outside, which is something that's definitely incorporated here. So yes, I'm really just placing down a few things to get sort of an idea about sizing. Excuse me. It did take a while to figure out how I wanted to do it. It's not an exact copy of the home, but it is definitely very, very heavy inspiration. I wanted to make sure that there was room for 2 bedrooms. So, a parent's bedroom and a child's, or however you wish to divide it up. But that's definitely the thought behind it. I toyed briefly with the idea of making it to a toddler's room, and there would actually be room for 2. But, there's not actually room for them to grow up and both have beds that they can actually fit in. I mean, you could expand it easily, but I think it's definitely better this way. Yeah, and I'm pausing just a few seconds every once in a while just to check sort of the reference image that I took from the video. Getting the windows was really, really difficult actually, because I did not want the what do you call those? The dividers in the windows. I wanted them to just be big, plain windows, but we don't really have that except for the floor to ceiling ones. But the size of those Machino stuff ones, just in a plain glass and not open either, I think would be really, really good. But I'm overall quite happy with it. So they had this too, where it's like a patio that's sort of right by the door to the house. And I've played around with the terrain tools a little bit. It's one of the first times I've really played with them. Well, I don't even know if you'll call that really playing with them, because I really just elevated the ground a little bit. But I wanted to make sure that the terrace area didn't count as tiles towards the house. So you can't have it up on a foundation because then it will count. So I had to figure out how I wanted to do that, because that was my initial plan, but I did want it to stay a tiny house. So I had to work around that, and I did that by raising up the ground. And I cut most of that out because it took me forever to figure out how to do that and how to make it look decent. But I think I figured it out. It looks all right, for sure. And their backyard is one of the coolest parts. They had this pool and hot tub. Now it was more sunken in, the hot tub, so it looked a little bit more cohesive. Obviously we can't do that, but I tried to make it as sort of as similar of a vibe as I could make it. And I'm really pleased with the way it turned out, actually. There's so much to do outside. In the end, there's going to be a pool and the hot tub, obviously, loungers. We're going to be putting in a fire pit and swings. And there's actually, as I think you may have seen from the title, there's going to be a little secret kind of garden. It's not really a secret. It's just that it's behind the closed off part of the the backyard, because the backyard is very, very structured and very clean. So I didn't think that would fit in very well. But at the same time, it was small enough. Yeah, there I am putting in the fireplace. But at the same time, it was small enough, the way I corded it off, that I could fit some stuff behind the fence. And I certainly did. I think it ended up really, really nice. Because everything is so structured in the garden or in the backyard with the pool, and it's all very concrete and all very finished, I really liked putting in that little more wild, natural element, which I think I cut most of it out because I placed down a lot of flowers and it took me a while, but I will be going through the house live once the speed build is done, so we'll have a look at it then. But yeah, I'm really actually very happy with the way it turned out. I think this is a very functional home, and I absolutely think that you can get a lot of gameplay out of this, even though it is a very little home. I was kind of worried about that because there's no office space, there's no computer, which is usually quite necessary. You could certainly put in a laptop or something. There's a desk in the child's room. And of course, you can use a laptop on the kitchen table. So I think you can absolutely make it work. Oh, yeah. I struggled with this as well. I was very unsure about how I wanted to do it. I ended up dividing up the roof, and putting the trim on only part of it. I'm not perfectly happy with the way it is, but I think that's the best that it could be. Because everything is not very seamless, I guess. And that does bother me a little. Yeah, everything was very, very white in the pool area, and I actually really like that. It really resonates, and also they were living in Australia. Obviously can get really hot there, so having all the light colors is going to absorb the heat a lot less and make it comfortable to walk around. I thought that was really clever. And obviously it looks super clean, it looks super stylish, it looks very modern, which I love. I actually almost kind of missed all the little butterfly chairs around the fire pit, but I'm happy with the way that I do it, though. I always like putting down all the sort of to be replaced furniture, just to sort of mark out how I'm going to do it. It's always a bit difficult. And I cut out the rest of how I did it by the fireplace because the way I did it is not how I end up doing it. I really liked it because those bench seats that I put down that you can see, I put them in like a horseshoe shape, and it looks really, really good in the daytime, but then I go to check on the lights when it's dark and they are clipping a lot, and it looks just awful, which is really unfortunate. I actually thought that looked so good, but I just ended up, dividing them up more, and it still looks nice. Yes, I put in the corner cabinet there because I didn't want it too close to the window because it had to make sense that the window could open. I realize you can't get to the side part of it, but I'm okay with that. I think it still looks good, and you can still theoretically get to everything in there. So I think that was the best solution. And I don't know, I always care about putting in a lot of storage, even though Sims don't really use storage, but it's something that matters a lot to me, that there's plenty of room to put all your crap. And I certainly think that there is doing it like this, for sure. Oh yes, I did put a little table inside just because it might be, I know that the outside table is covered, but it might be cold. I did put this in new crust, I think. And yeah, it can get really cold. So during winter and stuff, I have the table inside just in case. I think that is necessary. You could put this, I think, in Oasis Springs or something. It doesn't really get that cold there. And you could probably use that space for something else. But just for where it was and everything, I think that made the most sense. Yes, always important to bring in some plants, however you do that. I think. I don't know, it brings a lot more, the place feels more alive. It feels a little bit more lived in when you have some stuff flying around. But I try not to keep it, I try to keep it very clean still because it is a little home, so I don't know, I just think filling it up with clutter is gonna make it look messy. Maybe that's just me. I don't like too much clutter. Yeah, I cut out most of me doing the bathroom as well, which, I don't know, I didn't think it was very interesting, and I took a long time just deciding on tile. In the end, I just went with I think it's the Spade stuff tile, which is, to me, such a classic. I think it looks so good. And yeah, just very, very simple out there. I took forever on deciding how I wanted to do the walls, but yeah, I'm quite happy with it. That bed is actually the one from Jungle Adventure, I believe. Yeah, and I think it actually clips a little bit. I noticed while I was editing this, so I'll have to take a look at that. It clips a little bit on the outside, but obviously I put the head of the bed frame into the wall to give more space to walk around. Now, I have not player tested this yet. That's part of what I'll be doing when I go through it in game. I hope everything works. I'm a little nervous about it, to be honest, but I think it's going to turn out all right. Otherwise, I will just move things around until it works, because obviously it has to. But I think it looks really nice. I think the bedroom, the master bedroom, I suppose, I wanted to make sure it was quite calm, because you have to be, they're sleeping in there. And the kids' room is a lot more fun. Not so calm, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I really like the way that this turned out. I think this is a really cool place. I would live here, for sure. And also, tiny homes, so not a lot of cleaning, which is also a huge benefit. I hate cleaning. I don't think, does anyone like to clean? I mean, I'm sure everyone likes it clean, but yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, I used some of those. I think they're from Dine Out. They're these giant boards with I don't know if they're supposed to be menus. Not really menus, I guess. Right there under the cabinets. And I just sized them down 2 or 3 times to put them there. And I think it looks really cool. Yeah, just finishing touches around the place to make it look like a little more homey, a little more lived in. I always like to put just something in the middle of tables. Yes, and I did remember a bin. Yeah, that is something I think a lot of people tend to forget. I don't know, it just doesn't really cross your mind unless you accidentally come across it. Or maybe that's just me. I don't know. I think this is around the time when I make the garden. Yeah, they do have a shed out back. I just wanted some extra space for them to have some activities that they could do. So you could obviously put whatever you wanted in the shed space, or you could just knock it down and do something else. I think that would be a really simple thing to do as well. Yeah, but I wanted a lot of versatility. You can do pretty much anything here. Just putting up a few things so it doesn't look so empty. Putting down the drinks tray here. Yes, I love that drinks tray. It's so handy. Yeah, you cannot see the seaplaning or the clipping in the seats here at all because it's so bright, and it looks really good. I think it looks so good as it is, but it did not work when it was dark at all. So I think I'm almost done. This is around the spot when I get to the garden. I think maybe you get a little bit of a sneak peek. Yeah, you can kind of see it behind there. And I'm just doing a little bit of terrain painting to make everything look a little bit nicer. And I do the front of the house. I took a while as well. That's why I cut this. Yeah, that's clipping. Well, it took a while to do this. That's why I clipped it out. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with the way things turned out. I think it's about done. And we will just be jumping into game to have a little look at it. All right, here we are, the finished house. I've just moved a little family in here so that we could play test it a little. Let's see how we go. All right, yeah, so you basically come up here. Let's just leave that wall up for now. And this is the sort of porch. Yeah, I guess that's kind of like a porch area. I put 2 lights in so that it is a little bit more bright during the nighttime. I figure you'll be cooking out here for the most part, And yeah, it needs to be quite bright. And then we have the garden back here as well. With the swings, as I said. Oh, whoops. Guess you can't really go in under that. Hold on. There we go. And yeah, we have the swings and the pool area. She's currently having a little float. How nice. I do have to say, I think the spa looks kind of giant here now. But yeah, I think it's quite nice. Obviously, see, she's quite relaxed here. And there's room to plant some things if you want to do that. This is how it ended up looking over here. I'm still quite pleased with that. I think it's really cute. And let's have a look inside the shed. Can this go any faster? Ooh, I didn't notice that before. I really like those blinds on that door. Yeah, just a little space to do some things. All right, and here we are. So this is the kitchen. I'm really pleased. These were the ones I mentioned. I think they look really good on there. I think they just, I don't know, it's a nice little vibe they have. Yeah, quite pleased with that. Little dining area as well as a little living room area. We have the bathroom in here. And then we have the parents' bedroom, which is also quite simple. Yeah, I really like this actually. And the kiddos' bathroom, which I'm also very pleased with. She seems to like it, or not. Aw, she's using the things, yay. So she sat down at the table and wrote. I'm really glad that that worked. Oh, honey, can you wait on that? Wait, what? How's there food in there? Oh, yeah. Okay, so that is an issue. Let's just see if we can fix that. All right. I just switched some things around. That seems to work now. All right, let's see. So this is clipping. No? Now it's not. That's confusing. It was before. All right. All right, well, let's see if it works. Oh, shoot. Oh, I left her out in the sun. She is super burnt. Oh, that's not good at all. Oh, no. She matches her bikini now. That's okay. That'll be fine. She'll be fine. Let's use her to test out. Let's just have you go to sleep here. Have you go to sleep here and see if it works. It seems to be. All right, getting around fine on that side. All right, and very nice. Okay, let's check things in here. So why don't you craft a knife block? See if you can get in there. Oh, that looks like it works. That's really cool. You know what, let's just have you join the scouts really quickly. Can you view your badge progress? Let's see if everyone can be doing everything at once. No. Okay, I wonder if this is what is getting in her way. All right, that works. That's good. That's really good. I cannot figure out if I should just get rid of the bear, because obviously it's not going to work right now, correct? Let's see if you can hug him. I doubt you can. No way does that work. What? Oh my god. That... Okay, I mean, she clips, but... That totally works. You know what? I think I might leave that. Because it doesn't clip really that... that badly. I mean, that looks a little freaky, but I think it adds a lot to the room that the stuffed animal is in there. I really like that. So I'm going to keep it. Now we gotta have a look at the garden in the back, which is really very simple. You get around here. This is the neighbor's house. I built this as well, and it is up on the gallery in case anyone is interested. I was really, really pleased with how that turned out. But this is the garden. Oh, wait, if I do this, doesn't it stay? It does. I think it's so cute. It looks really overgrown how I wanted it. I don't know, I thought that was kind of fun. I wanted to do something with the space behind the actual closed off part of the house, and it just brings a little bit more of that wild nature back because it is so structured in the garden. There is one thing I haven't checked, and that is whether you can sit here. I don't think you can. Yeah, no. Can you even like go here? No, I don't think they can walk through all the flowers, but I'm okay with that. You can always just delete a few to make it, you know, possible to actually get there and sit there. And I'm gonna leave this as well before I upload the house. But other than that, it's ready to go. So thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye.